welcome back to my channel. So I have makeup on my face right now because in a bit I am going out and there is some time, so I thought that I would just record a video and kill time at the same time. Yeah. Also, don't mind my voice because I just recovered from a flu and the weather has been on and off. It's been sunny and then it's been raining, so it's really not good for my body, and so I fell ill, and then now I am having a funny voice, so bear with me. But nevertheless, it's okay. I'm good now. I'm all good. Today I have a tag video for you guys. I have been tagged by Chantal by Bookhands. Yeah, she tagged me in this video, so she's really awesome. Just check out her channel. I will link her video down below, and I will link her channel down below, and also at the woobly doobly thingy right here. I am positive it's here, not here, it's here. Yes. Yeah, so today I'll be doing the how I read tag, and I like this sort of tags because then it allows me to talk a little bit about myself to you guys, share my own personal life without having to babble a lot, because all these tags have certain questions, like preset questions, which I can answer it, and then I just make my way through these questions. So I really like this tag, and if you guys have any tag videos that you guys have done or are going to do, just feel free to just tag me. I love tag videos, it's so fun. And if you guys have any tag videos that you guys want me to do or any questions, just leave on the comment down below, then I will try my best to answer it. Okay, so let's get on with the tag. So the first question is, how do you find out about new books to read? Okay, way before YouTube ever existed, I like to go to the library, and that's how I find out about books, because I don't really have a set of books that I want to read. I like to just go to the library and just explore what other books out there, and then, you know, sometimes library they have this new arrival book of the month, so that's what I really like to do. I'll just go to the library and see all the suggestions that the library has. But after YouTube has been created and the Booktube community starts coming out, I go to Booktube for most of my books. Before I started out Booktube and before I started out my channel, I do have a personal YouTube account, and I have been conversing with some of the booktubers. So maybe you guys have been conversing with me but in a different name. That's kind of creepy, huh? So that's where I get most of my books, or books that I want to read, is from you guys, from the booktubers, from the community. And also I like to go to Goodreads and just see what are the top non-fiction or top fiction or whatever, you know, that they have those lists. I would just read out about them. And sometimes I just like to go to the secondhand bookstore and just get lost and explore all the books that are out there and see whether or not I like it, whether or not I don't like it. And if I were to ever come across a book, then I would just go to my handphone and just Goodreads it at that point of time. Question 2. How did you get into reading? Okay, so I did mention this in my Booktube newbie tag video, and I didn't seriously read until I was 16 years old. I do read when I was younger, but they're all picture books and books that teach me how to read. But when I was 16, I got into reading. The first book that I read was The Pact. That really got me involved into reading, and I was actually in my school library back then and rummaging on books that I find interesting, and that's how I got into reading, basically. Question 3. How has your taste in books changed as you have gotten older? Okay, this is a very interesting question. The best part about getting older is that you can read all of these books, and it really doesn't matter what age that book is supposed to be, because you are at that age where you can read children's book and at the same time you can read adult books, you know, and you don't really have an age limit on it. And so when I was starting out reading when I was 16, I don't read YA, unfortunately, because for some reason I find adult drama more interesting. It's only recently that I found out YA, and then that's when I'm like, oh, okay, I should have read YA when I was that age. But then again, you don't even have a rule to start reading. I do realize after certain observation that the books that I read, the genres that I read, starts diversifying. I read a lot of non-fiction, which is very interesting because back then non-fiction was a little dry for me, and maybe because I got all the types of wrong non-fiction. And also when you get older, you have a more matured thinking, and so you have the capacity to understand what you are reading. So of course I read a lot more literary fiction and books that have lots of hard vocabulary, and also books that make you think. Some books like philosophical books, yeah, I do read that. Like psychology books, I do read that. So really diversify right now, and I think there are still more genres that I could diversify into, so really excited for that. Okay, question 4. How often do you buy books? Okay, so after careful observation and after careful studying in my book buying habits, I have a conclusion. I buy books consistently every month, but I buy 5 to 7 books a month, and it's consistent for as long as I know it, which is very interesting. I don't buy like a lot of books at one time. I buy books every month, and usually these are the books that I just come across in secondhand bookstores or in Carousel, the app that I can buy books secondhand, or just at book sales, and these are the books that I mainly want to read. So I have a to buy list, and these are the books that are in that list. Question 5. How did you get into booktubing? Okay, I think I did mention that in my booktube newbie tag. I've always wanted to do booktubing for a while, and like I said, I have a personal account in YouTube, and I've been interacting with other booktubers, but it's only recently that I just feel that I am brave enough to record my video and edit it out. Of course, back then I was still contemplating on whether or not I should do a booktube because I am shy and I don't know what to do, how to do a booktube. But then, you know, it has to begin somewhere, right? So that's kind of how I got into booktube. I just decided on a whim on one fine day in October, record that video, upload it. There we go. Case closed. Question 6. How do you... what did I just write? How do you react when you don't like the end of a book? How do I react? How do I react? How do I react? I react disappointedly, exasperated. I don't really hate endings because whenever I read a book, I would just try to go into a book open-minded. I will take whatever the author is trying to write to us or to me, because you know every author has their certain style and every book has different perspective. So I go in with an open mind, and the thing is, I will only get disappointed with an ending that I don't like is when the energy of the book from the beginning towards the middle or towards the climax, you know, when the energy starts increasing, it gets better and better, and then all of a sudden it just went flat. And it's so annoying because we were having such a good time, the book and I, you know, we were having a bond, and all of a sudden the author feels like, meh, I just don't want to do the ending, I'm just gonna rush it, and it disappoints, you know. I feel like the author just leap and they don't even bother to do a good story, and I don't know if it's on purpose or they are exhausted from writing the book. I have no idea. I will only get disappointed with the ending if the energy of the book just dies down prematurely. I don't like that. It's not fair for me, okay? Question 7. How often have you taken a sneaky look at the back page of a book to see if it's a happy ending? Okay, I only did twice. And it's not often, okay? The only reason why I do that is, like I said again at the previous question, if the energy of the book suddenly just dies down at the middle of the book and it gets draggy, and I just, you know, I'm such a loyal reader. I don't abandon books just like that. I'm going to finish the book. I am going to power through the book, and I am such a loyal reader. That's what I am. So very often I would just finish the book even though it's such a disappointing ending, or it has such a disappointing energy towards the end of the book. But rarely I would just flip behind the book. I do that only because the book has no energy at all. It just starts dying on me, and I just want to see whether if the ending justify my commitment towards it, you know. Last question, of course, who do I tag in this video? I will just put it down at the down part here. Woo. So if I tag you, please do the video and do the tag, and if you have done the tag, please do tell me because I want to watch it, and then that will be very fun. And I also tag anyone out there who I have not tagged or never tagged who wants to do this video. Just go ahead, and I welcome you guys to do it. Woo! Oh, and I also have a Twitter account. I have a Twitter account that I made specially for my booktube channel, and it's called Bookish_Nur. So do follow me, and I will try to update it as much as I can about the books that I'm reading or what I'm doing, or just a brain dump in my life. Yes. Thumbs up my video and comment down below if you have any questions, and also subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Chill out!